For the setup of Raspberry Pi computer, we need an HDMI monitor. Here I am using this 10.1 inch LCD screen HDMI monitor. On the left side of the monitor, here are HDMI input, VG input and composite video input, and here is a DC jack for 12 volts 2 amp DC power supply. Next we need a 12 volts 2 amp power supply. Recently I do not have a 12 volts 2 amp adapter to power the monitor, so here I am using this steel case switch mode power supply, and I have connected the main lead to the AC input of the switch mode power supply, and I have connected this lead to the output of the switch mode power supply. Here is the white wire and it is connected to positive, and here is the black wire, it is connected to negative. Now connect the jack to the monitor and then connect this plug to extension board. And the monitor has turned on. It is showing no signal because we have not connected any video input to the monitor. Next we need a Raspberry Pi board. Here I am using Raspberry Pi 3 Model B board, and it has wireless LAN and Bluetooth. And here is the first look of the Raspberry Pi 3 Model V computer board. It has an Ethernet port for 2.0 USB port, an HDMI connector, micro USB for connecting the power, and here is for connecting the camera, and here is for display, and here is for audio and composite video output. And on the back side of this board, here is a micro SD card slot for inserting the micro SD card with Raspberry Pi operating system. And here is the 16 GB micro SD card, and I have installed the Raspberry Pi operating system on this micro SD card, so I am just inserting it inside this micro SD card slot. Next we need a official micro USB power supply. This power supply adapter is used with Raspberry Pi 3 Model B or Model B Plus, and it has output voltage of 5.1 volt and 2.5 amp, and the power rating of this adapter is 12.7 watt. Connect the power adapter to the extension board, and next we need the official Raspberry Pi mouse. Next we need an HDMI cable for connecting the monitor to the Raspberry Pi board. So connect this side of the HDMI cable to the Raspberry Pi board. and then connect the other side of the HDMI cable to the monitor. Next we need the Raspberry Pi keyboard. And here is the official Raspberry Pi keyboard. And here are 3 USB for connecting extra USB devices. And here is the micro USB cable for connecting this keyboard to the Raspberry Pi board. Now I am going to connect this side of this micro USB cable to the Raspberry Pi board, and I am connecting this side of the USB cable to the keyboard. Now I am going to connect the mouse to this keyboard. Now I am going to connect this power supply adapter wire to the Raspberry Pi board. And wait for starting the Raspberry Pi computer. Now our Raspberry Pi computer is ready. So in this way you can set up your Raspberry Pi computer. Thanks for watching.